Hi guys, excuse my voice. Just been enjoying the last few days of the semester. There's been a lot of different events, a lot of graduation events. So I was doing a lot of speaking, a lot of screaming, and that's why my voice sounds like this. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about a lot of your guys' future because I know not everybody's able to have a full-time offer lined up right away. And that's a very big goal of ours, especially us business majors. We want to have something lined up the moment we graduate, and we want to start working. We want to start earning a salary and progressing with our career. But in case you're in the situation where you don't have something necessarily lined up, I want to kind of help you guys develop a game plan to figure out what your next move is, how to get to that next step in your life. And you might not have any idea of what to do, and you just need some guidance. So I hope this video really helps you guys out. This is assuming you graduated this May and you have nothing lined up. You don't really know what your next few months should look like. And the first thing we're going to do now is kind of create a game plan that will allow you to optimize not only the next few months, but potentially the rest of your future as well, or the next 6 to 12 months, I should say. For May, June-ish time, but specifically this summer, you can either try to get an internship, and I know a lot of you full-time, or a lot of graduate students, or a lot of students once they graduate, they don't want to do an internship anymore, and it's something that you might have to really consider because it will give you that experience, but at the same time, the pay may not be as high as a full-time offer. You might have been thinking that you can have something lined up in the fall time. So over the summer, you just wanted to travel and kind of enjoy yourself. But it's something you should consider if it's in a field that you actually are considering progressing in. If you're a finance bro and you're able to come across an accounting or a finance internship over the summer that's still taking applicants after you graduate, you should definitely consider that. And it might be a sacrifice you should make in order to at least get something to add to your resume and then potentially get a full-time offer from, or use the experience and the skill sets that you get from this position for the future ones to come. If you're not able to find any internships hiring, or you're not able to land an internship either, I would recommend you do this. I would recommend that you first start off dedicating 1 to 2 hours every day to growing your skill sets. For the technology guys out there, practice an hour or two every day coding, learning a new language, practicing on data platforms, whatever you can do to help boost your skill set and make you a more qualified applicant for future jobs and positions, I would recommend you doing. There are possibilities for some people to want to take a boot camp, and if that's what you're looking for and it's a reliable boot camp, I would suggest you try that as well. There's a lot of free learning platforms online that I would recommend you take advantage of. Some of my favorite are Data Camp, LinkedIn Learning, and you could learn pretty much anything on YouTube, so that's something to utilize as well. Once you have the hour or 2 hours every day kind of booked towards your grinding hours of you just locked in studying and trying to build your skill sets, I want you to also utilize LinkedIn to help you reach out to people that are at companies that you are thinking about applying to for the next recruitment cycle, or potentially even over the summer as well, because there are certain companies that are pretty much always hiring, and there might be an open role that you could consider fulfilling. I want you to reach out to these people and talk about either your current circumstance, or try to connect with them first. And maybe you guys went to the same schools. Say, hey, I noticed you're a blank alumni. I am the same major as you, and I just want to learn a little bit more about what you do on a day-to-day at your job. I'm considering applying in the future. Something along those lines to potentially spark up a desire from the alumni to want to have a conversation or a coffee chat with you. And here's kind of where you build the network and you form a relationship or a bond that will potentially get you a referral, or at least give you some sort of insight on the company that you could utilize for maybe an interview questions, and just get a better ideology of what you might be doing in the next few months. Who better to ask than somebody literally in the position that you want to be in? And when you finish speaking to them, you could even ask them to refer you to somebody who's in a more senior position. If you are able to talk to them and just ask the question of, thank you, this was so much, this was so beneficial speaking to you. I would like to learn a little bit more about someone who's even higher up, who has a little more experience in the company than you do. Do you have anybody that you would recommend? And maybe they recommend you someone that's a senior associate, and now you speak to the senior associate next week, and then you talk to senior associate, and then you ask the same question, and now you're talking to a assistant vice president. Have the same conversation next week, and then you might be talking to a vice president and an MD, or however the hierarchy of the company works. But you want to progressively be speaking to people in higher and higher power within the company. Not only is this going to help you be able to speak to somebody of such high prestige, but if you're able to get a referral from someone who's higher in the company, that's a lot more beneficial for you as well. Well, our coffee chats are really good, and it's something that I recommend you guys all utilizing. It's also very important to attend networking events. A lot of companies will host events over the summer to encourage the next talent pool to apply to their company, and they want to gather the best quality candidates possible. So they're going to do a lot of recruitment over the summer, even if the applications don't open up till maybe September or October. So keep an eye out for different events that are being hosted. You can utilize platforms that your school has. There's going to be different company websites that you could look at and try to get as much insight on when these events happen, because a lot of students will not be utilizing this. This is a sleeper thing that a lot of people don't really like to do over the summer. Even if they're in the same situation as you, they might not be as hungry. They might just be relaxing, living at home, feet up, wanting to travel, stuck on social media. Whatever their excuse is, they are not pursuing it as hard as you are. So take advantage of this. If there's a coffee chat with a select panel of employees from a certain company that you really like, attend that. If there's a hackathon, attend that. If there's a case competition, attend that. These will really help separate you not only from networking, but they'll also give you they will also give you skill sets that you can utilize in your future. And it's a way for you to be productive this summer. There's a lot more than just sitting at home and playing video games. So utilize this and you will really thank yourself. Even if you feel that you might not have had the same amount of rest time that other college students or college graduates are having, people that might be in a different situation than you. It's something you just have to accept and be okay with.